Okay, we're back here at Radio Row. The piss is hot. The boys are fired up. I got my guy, Braxton Berrios, with me.
Fire me up.
It's been a long time coming. It's been almost a year.
It's been right at a year.
Yeah.
Much of
I
a
was
year
at
as you
Bounty
can.
today. Chicken wings.
Yep.
They were better yesterday. I'm just going to put it that way.
Were they?
They were, but it's okay.
It's the mass production. That's what it is.
New Orleans is sick.
Yeah.
It's cool. I've had a couple nights out.
Have you? How long have you been here?
Got here Monday.
Okay. I got here last night. So, yeah, you have like 2 days on me.
We're going to step out tonight again.
Are you?
Check it out. See the
Alright.
scenery.
Yeah, just see
Experience the culture.
the history, right?
right?
Got to. See the buildings. Yeah.
Well, man of the
Let me
people.
know.
Man of the people. Playing at Miami, playing at the U, and getting to be back in Miami.
Yep.
That's got to be somewhat special.
It is. And I grew up, more so than that, I grew up a Miami Hurricanes fan and a Miami Dolphins fan. So, like, this was like, as a kid, like, my two dreams, like, I am living them.
That's them.
Fully. Yeah. Like, it's the coolest thing in the world to me.
I had a cool conversation with a couple dudes earlier today discussing kind of their upcoming. One of them, black dude, didn't have any white dudes at his school growing up, committed to Wisconsin. And he's like, it was culture shock.
That's a
to me.
culture shock.
And then he
No
rolled
doubt.
in and he kind of started interviewing me, being coming from a family of white boy wide receivers.
Okay.
And I just said, like, kind of my recruiting journey, and I don't know if you experienced this, but you could relate to this. Like, there is that, it's a rare breed.
No doubt.
It's a rare breed. So
doubt.
when they first watch your highlight tape, you know, you're going to be asked, like, how much do you weigh? How tall are you? They're looking for boxes to knock
check.
you off on,
Of
right?
course.
Now, film beats everything at the end. And if you
Yeah.
could catch the fucking dig route, you could catch the fucking dig route.
Amen.
Did you experience any speed bumps in your recruiting journey coming out?
So, funny story about that particularly, and I got to give a shout out. Larry Scott, he was a tight ends coach at Miami when I went there, but he was my recruiter, and he stood on the table for me because, you know, I guess most of the room was like, we can find this guy, you know, anywhere, right? Like anywhere in South Florida or in Florida in general, we can find this guy. Like, why? And he stood on the table. He was like, no, like we need to offer this kid. Like, he's different. Like, you have to offer him. So, shout out to Larry Scott. Luckily, because of him, got the offer and went. But also, that year when I got that offer, I was the only wide receiver outside of the state of Florida to get an offer.
Really?
Yes.
No shit.
Yeah. So, like, again, you know, kind of cool,
Yeah.
right? And I was going to go anyway.
Yeah,
but you take that and it's like, all right, like, you guys really believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to shout out Larry Scott on that.
Dude, that's sick. I mean, everyone's got their journey. And speaking of journeys, like, this year, unfortunately, the injury bug bit you, right?
It happens.
In this platform of Bring the Juice, athletes do a good job of showcasing, like, okay, it sucks to do rehab,
Yeah.
but you go through some shit mentally, I feel like, on
Yeah.
that. I know I have from different perspectives, whether it's like, yes, you wish you were out there with the boys, but at the same time, let's be honest, like, another dude's getting your reps.
Yeah.
And it's your boy most of the time. Like,
Yeah.
you're hoping he does well.
For sure.
But this is a business.
Yeah.
You got to make a living. You got to feed the family, baby.
Absolutely.
You got to feed the family. How mentally did you handle Terran Gracio?
You know, it's tough, and it's a great question because there's a lot of different ways you can go with it, right? Like, you know, there's all these different stages. Like, you look up the stages of grief, and like that's exactly how it is. Like, you think you're good, you know, you wake up the next day, you get it confirmed, and you know, you think you're good, and then like 2 days after, you're back in the dumps. Like, it's a whirlwind, and you know, you obviously rely on your support system, and you really got, you know, you have to really hone in on controlling what you can control, because otherwise, you know, everything's different. You're sitting in the facility, but football's being played all around you. Like, you don't feel like you're a part of it. You know, like I was in the facility every single day. I got my surgery the October 30th. The 31st, they came to see me at my house, and then November 1st, I was in the facility every single day. And I went to every single home game. So, like, I did all I absolutely could of being around everybody, being around the boys, like, being involved. But, like, still, like, they're walking out to walk through. You're not there. They're walking into individual meetings. You're not there. They go on team trips away, and I couldn't travel because of my knee. You're not there.
It hurts your heart as a ball player,
it
man.
does, because, like, all you want to do, like, you know, and this was my first season-ending injury, like middle of the season and then season-ending. So, like, I'd never been here before, and I'm like, this is the worst thing of all time. Like, everybody's like, oh, like, you know, take it for what it is, kick your feet up, relax, enjoy, like, what it is. And it's just like, I can't, because this isn't what I wanted, you know? Like, this isn't why I play football. I don't play football to get a break at the end of October and then the rest of the season. So it was really weird, but luckily I had great people around me, great people in the building as well that helped me through it. And truthfully, I'm in a great space right now.
That's awesome, man. I hope you get full recovered and, like, come back stronger. You're a vet now, man. You got the resources with you. I know you just got your jersey retired at your high school.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. I feel like that's
That was
that's
top
some
tier.
Friday Night Lights shit.
No, it is. It's like, when you're 14, you don't enter high school thinking like,
You don't know
oh,
how fucking good you're gonna be.
yeah, you don't enter high school like, oh, like I want my jersey retired. And high school's such like an intimate thing. You feel like it's high school. It's not college. It's not the pros. It's
Right.
like it's where you
It is
grow
one of
up.
a kind.
It's different. It's
Yeah.
different. And I always
watch
say, like,
Friday Night Lights,
high school
it gets you
football,
fired up.
Yeah, high school football is like the last like genuine, authentic, like truly love for the game, because 80+% of those kids will never put on pads again.
Right.
So like to do that at my high school, and that was the first time they had ever done it. It meant the world to me.
I know we got to wrap it up, but you have something called IR code.
Yeah.
IR code.
IR code.
What do you got for me?
You need to download it.
I need
It's
to
in the App
download it.
Store.
I need to download it.
It's one of a kind. Truly first of its kind. Patented technology. So let's put it this way. So say we're watching the game, and this is what they just rolled out with their Live Plus feature. So live sports. Say we're watching the game, Mahomes comes on the screen. You have the IR code open. It scans it. You don't have to hit a button. You just open your camera to it, whatever. It scans it, recognizes it. Him, obviously. It has a link to his jersey. Boom.
Okay.
It has a link to his stats, his fantasy stats, if he wants his foundation on there. So what it does is it's a completely one-of-a-kind way for fans to interact with live sports like they never have before. Or like, say I like that coat, right?
Do you like this
I
coat?
do like the coat. Seersucker, I love it. I mean, that's perfect. So on brand. But I like it, but it might be custom. Say it wasn't custom. I don't want to go and ask you, hey, I like the coat.
You could
so
ask me if you want to.
I could, but I scan it, whatever. It sends
Boom.
me the link, and it pulls up, and I can buy it without you ever
I
knowing.
feel like this is dangerous for my wife from a shopping perspective.
It's a lot of perspectives.
Boom, boom, boom,
It's a
boom.
lot of use cases.
Yeah.
And think about it, the ads on Super Bowl, okay? That's part of the best, the best part. If you have a Bring the Juice ad,
Sure.
right? It scans it, recognizes it, it sends it to your social media, or sends it to your website, or whatever it is, or whatever product. Say it's a certain hat you're promoting.
Right.
Sends it right to it.
I-
So yeah,
I
there's a
gotta
lot of use
download it.
cases, and
I
you
gotta
got to download it, and you can use it literally for the Super Bowl, which I will be using it for it as well.
I'm going to download it right now.
Let's do it.
Braxton, I know we're out of time.
Always a pleasure.
The grittiest man I know.
Team grit.
Seriously, bro, fire me up, get you piss hot. We'll run this back again. It's going to become an annual thing.
Absolutely. Every year.